Today's podcast sponsored by Don't Delay, Claim Today, Shah Rukh Khan's Way. I don't know why it kind of turned into a Jamaican accent. I don't know, but I mean, we are so. If we don't get a sponsorship from Don't Delay, Claim Today, claims whatever it is, then I don't know, Sach. What's the point in you getting injured, man? Have you got an injury claims lawyer for you?
Because have you made a claim?
We're doing this podcast online, remotely, because Sach, he's milking it. Oh, he's going around with a neck brace around his ankles.
The legs hanging off the bed.
No, it's nothing like that. It's nothing like that. It is. Look, I'm up and about. I'm walking. I just went for a walk. It was actually quite nice to get out of the house and stuff. I'm all right. I even DJ'd on the weekend. I just had to get through it. But the one thing I can't do is drive. I can't drive.
Because you can't sit in the car?
No, it's not even that. I can't put the seatbelt on the driver's side round my chest that way. But if I'm in the passenger seat, I can do it that way.
Oh, man, that's bad. So in case you, if for whatever reason, in case you missed last week's episode, Sach, unfortunately, had his door open and somebody hit his car and his open door hit him. Effectively slamming you into what is now a moving car. Really?
I got run over by my own car.
But with the door open.
I mean, and if there's any bit of sort of, good news to take away from this, and hold
a minute. Let's just stop. Pause. Kej is about to turn your pain, your aching, your misery into good news.
Come on, let's hear it.
There can be some good news born out of this, and straight away, as someone who's obviously a potential inventor but never invented anything in his life, but just loves to put out the invention ideas out there. This is screaming out, and why has no one invented this ever in the history of automobile engineering?
What is it?
The seatbelt that goes over your head so you can move it from left to right. Depending, so that then Sach could have had the seatbelt come from the other direction and he would have been fine. It's still safe.
So you mean like you can have a preference as to how you like your seatbelt?
All you need is like a rudder on top or something. Or a slider. Hold on. A slider. I mean, good. I'm just, blue sky thinking, as they say. But if there was a slider on the back of your seat that just slides the seatbelt, I mean, God, it's game. Why?
But then you'd have a gully. You'd have a crack in the top of your car. So
that's
a little runner.
Your
car would look like a shower curtain thing. Shower rail.
That's exactly
I'm just saying this was the first prototype. I'm sure that they can develop something. Mr. Tesla, Muskie man. You might have the fastest electric car, but let's put a bit of research into this. It's a no-brainer.
I don't think that's the good news that needs to come out of this, but there was a bit of good news that did come out of this, and I got to say, I've got so many messages from Brownlow listeners this week.
Saying love that.
Hope you get better and stuff like that. It could have been a lot worse. Just count yourself lucky and blah blah. But it was nice. It was nice to get a lot of nice messages from people.
We have lovely loyal listeners, and I'm sorry that we are doing this remotely, and I am really sorry that you can't drive at the moment. And also, your work is very dependent on driving. So this, if the injury lawyers are listening, this is a genuine loss of earnings here. There's long-term pain. And you've been on painkillers as well for the week. I'm just saying.
I'm off now. Yeah.
So
but it's actually been quite nice. Like, I mean, on the weekend I had a driver, which was lovely. All I had to do was just get in the car in the passenger seat and just sit there, not worried about anything.
See that life. That's what life would be like if your family had just stayed in India. That's how you'd be living with a driver.
What do you mean, my family? They're not from India.
If they just moved there randomly.
Yes, your family are not from India. Where are your family from?
Here we go. Breaking news from Tommy's going to discover this. What are you? Where are you from? Here we go.
Is it fake tan?
Well, the old man's from Africa, from Kenya.
You know what I mean? If they just stayed in their motherland, right?
So you want me and my family to move back to where we came?
Yeah. What I'm saying is, go back to your own country.
Their motherland could be Hawaii. You don't know that.
It could be anywhere.
Yeah.
But what I mean is,
it's out of order.
Okay, in
Kenya,
stuff
like that.
In Kenya, they'd be balling. In Kenya, they'd be living a life. They'd have drivers. And the food's better. The lifestyle's better. Basically, you'd be like an injured person all the time, except without the pain. You'd be driven around, looked after, treated, and you get all the care for you. But you're here now, and I'm sorry. I'm trying to find a positive now, and I'm digging myself into a bigger hole. So I'm going to stop talking.
I think you're worse than Kej.
Yeah, but you've been a bit sore this week, haven't you?
Yeah, no, I have been sore, but it's been okay. Off the meds now, which is good, and on the road to recovery.
That's good. Slowly but surely. That's the main thing, Sach.
Yes.
I know you because you don't like sitting on your backside and
No,
twiddling your thumbs.
Yeah,
you do
that.
get bored very quickly.
Yeah, no, I know I get bored very quickly, but you know, I mean, it's actually been weird because I think, Kej, you've called me the most this week and tried to give me more work than usual.
Oh, lovely. Why are you
You're not supposed to, you know.
It's just been this week, to be fair.
It's only been this week, and you're not supposed to, you know, sort of get that dirty sort of linen and laundry out in the public like that. But
well, I think what Sach is really doing, this is a cry for help. Is what he's saying in public. You know, like when victims, they don't feel safe saying it one-on-one, but all of a sudden they go on like Jerry Springer and they go,
I just need an audience. I need an audience.
He's put me in the hole there, hasn't he? Jesus.
Kej, knowing that Sach has been slammed into had his body slammed by an open car door, which is very Bollywood, by the way. That's how they get the baddies when they.
Why'd you keep ringing me?
Why would you do that?
You know what? Like as Sach said, it's never like this. I would not, but there's just some urgent work that needs to be done this week, and only Sach can do it. And because he started it, and he needs to finish it. You know, it's one of them ones.
It's your fault then, Sach. You started it.
Oh yeah. It's always my fault.
Well, aside from you feeling a little bit better, which I'm really glad to hear about, and having the work piled onto you, which is I'm not so glad to hear about, but aside from that, it's been a crazy little week, and it's going to be even crazier for me. I'm literally doing like 5 jobs at the moment. As you know, I do little bits of property. I host corporate events, which I'm hosting 2 wedding awards kind of this week. One in Manchester, Bolton Ways. One in London, Heathrow. I've done voiceover for a TV show. But last Saturday, I was hosting the Punjabi Chamber of Commerce kind of networking business lunch, right? So they all get together and they network and they schmooze and they kind of talk about how they can all work together. Brilliant. On the tube, on the way back. I
like a tube story. I'm all ears now. It was like a tube story.
It was a glorious sunny day, and it was Saturday afternoon. So it was a brunch. So it finished by 3, and I was home 4 o'clock, walking out my station near where I live.
Well, hang on. Then was that like a worky thing, or was it like a jolly on a Saturday?
No, it was a working thing. I was hosting the brunch.
On a Saturday?
Yeah, Saturday afternoon. Just because it's a networking event. It was actually lovely. Mothers of Mayfair in the Dilly Hotel. The food was delicious. I had these bindia. They did this lovely crispy kale chaat thing with a lovely sauce. Gorgeous. Anyway, so coming out the station, walking along, and because it went well, and I've met all these people, and you're a little bit live-o. The rest of them were all drinking because it was a drinking one. So obviously I wasn't, but you're still a little bit live. It's like coming out of a club, right? So a bit of a buzz. This is all relevant. I've got my quick march on because I want to get home. I think I've done my work for the day. Yeah. I'm going to go home Saturday night, chilling out, right? Wicked. Looking forward to chilling out. So I've got my quick march on. But you know when everyone sort of piles out of a station, they pile off the train, through the barriers, and they're all spilling out. And then some people are getting into cabs, some people are getting into cars, some people are walking off in one direction. Me and this guy just so happened started walking sort of side by side. I was just a bit behind him.
On his shoulder.
I'm gonna say he was about 5'5", right? So he wasn't a tall guy. He looked like a little bit of a short guy, but quite stocky in a good, stocky, healthy way. Like good thighs, good bum. He had like fitted brown chinos on. I thought,
why were you checking him out?
Yeah, exactly. Right in front of me. But this is relevant.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Right? So I'm walking up and I'm thinking, and I've got my brisk walk on. I'm 6'2". When I get my brisk walk on, I can cover some distance.
Those strides are big.
So I caught up with him, and obviously I'm looking at his back, hence why it's in my mind. And he sort of did a half a look over his left shoulder, saw me coming. And he started to speed up.
You're going to mug him. Were you going to mug him?
And now I've committed to the overtake.
You scared him.
So we're on the pavement. I speed up, thinking I'll just get my distance ahead.
Were you on the inside of the pavement on the outside?
I was on the inside lane, inside pavement lane.
So you're doing an undercut,
Well, I don't think there's rules on a pavement.
No,
I think if you're going to overtake, I think you've got to go around the outside, like Eminem.
I don't think there's pavement rules like that. But I probably would if there was like a woman with children and things like that, then to keep a bit of a distance so they don't feel like he's suddenly crept up behind him.
Yeah.
But if there's a bloke like that and it's sunny day and there's loads of people walking, and we're leaving others behind, so we're now front of the pack. We're number 1 and number 2.
Oh, that's a good place to be.
Right. So we've already, and his pace and my pace have got us clear. And then I'm thinking, right, I'll go around him and off I go. But he Janke on purpose picked up the pace. Now I've picked up the pace. I'm thinking, maybe.
This has turned into a race.
Competitive. It's like the F1.
but I'm almost clenching my bum cheeks now to walk faster. You know when you got to give it,
then your walk looks a little bit exaggerated.
Yeah, I'm pushing it in.
And you're leaning forward.
So now I'm thinking this is getting a bit ridiculous now because we're doing this for like 10, 15.
Are you sure this guy wasn't me?
Yeah, secretly competitive. And he's half.
No, because I am like this. But carry on.
Are you that guy or are you me?
No, I'm that guy.
No, Kej is that guy clenching his bum cheeks and walking around the face. What he likes to do.
Kej is very relaxed with his bum cheeks.
Oh, okay.
Very relaxed.
Carry on. We won't discuss that.
I actually think there was a bit of ego going on. I think it was like who does this, like as if he thought in his head, who's this big guy I think he is, trying to overtake me?
Absolutely.
I'll show him. And it was that little bit of that smaller man syndrome. Like, and actually, if I'm honest, I was now walking at a pace that I couldn't maintain. I can't maintain this.
Tommy.
And I'm thinking, I'm going to run out in a minute because I can't.
Oh, no. You couldn't keep up. Why did you go for the afterburn early?
I thought it would be a simple overtake. Then I could go down to a mediocre quick pace that would keep me going. But where he'd upped his pace, he had more to prove. Because of his size, I think he had more to prove.
He let me down.
So we went side by side for what felt like 3 days, but it was probably only about, 10, 20 yards. And then I was like, all right, this is ridiculous. So I let go of the pace and I just saw him accelerate ahead. But now he's moving his elbows and everything because he's got to maintain it. I thought, let me see how long he goes for. My man, I tell you what, stubborn as anything. He kept going like that to the end of the road. I was like, well,
this sounds like me.
He's a worthy winner. He's a worthy winner.
I can't believe you lost that, and I feel let down.
I let it go.
Because every day when I go on the underground, this is my thing.
But Kej, what do you achieve?
Yeah, exactly.
Because I don't like anyone in front of me. When I'm walking to the work, I need to go at a certain speed. I've got to hit the train connections. I don't like dilly-dallying in front of me. I don't like them ones who don't know if they've got to walk on the left or the right, slow pace. And the people who have a rucksack, for your shoulders, but insist on carrying it on their side next to their legs.
I hate that.
Which means you're blocking the other road on the escalator, the other lane on the escalator, or on the travelator, which is
the overtaking lane.
Come on, we know that. You stand to the right, you let people move.
And do you kick the bag? Do you kick the bag?
I'd give it a little brush. At the end of the day, it's not hanging. It's not. It should be within the parameters. If it's in the
what if someone's got a Pyrex dish in there?
I don't care. You should put it on your back. Put it on your back. Why are you making yourself bigger to obstruct other moving vehicles? I just find it. And also, I've got to be.
You're not a vehicle.
No, the speed that I walk.
You're barely a human being.
The speed that I walk. I think you guys need to. I think Tommy, we're going to reenact this moment because I don't think you keep. Because if I've got if I turn on the turbos. Use no catching. And now I've perfected it. I can keep that distance speed going for a while. That's one thing.
But then you both look pathetic. You both are pathetic men being ego-y and manly and typical manly. And I'm not that. I'm like, it doesn't matter.
And the funny thing is, this is the kind of race that Kej would want to win. So it kind of shows what kind of person Kej is.
Yeah, exactly. He'll walk away going, oh yeah, done him.
I don't understand. You're just going to brag about, you being the winner of the walking race.
No, but can I just say, so when I do get off at London Bridge and literally it's an absolute a massive humdinger of a race, 2 escalators. So obviously there's a lot of quick filterage happening. But when on the other platform as well, that train comes in, it's the big hungama. Who can get to the top? And I really buy into that race. So I'm like, come on, let's see. So firstly, I'm walking up that escalator and there's 2 of them. And I'll tell you, by the second one, your hammies and your thighs are going. It's burning.
Yeah, it's fire. It's fire.
He's got the pace to keep going. I love it because then there's the slightly younger kids who think they can run up there. And I love it. So they give it the large sprint. As long as I can still see them at the top of the escalator, I've got them. I've got them in my sight because I'll do them on the second escalator.
That's a race, Kej. All of that is all in your head.
Racing kids. You're racing kids. You just said that you're racing kids.
I'm racing suited men. I'm racing the gym fanatic women. I'm racing them all. Let's go. Because I know on that second escalator, I've got you.
If anyone's listening to this and they see Kej, please just go and stand in front of him.
If I can tap my oyster first on the barriers and walk through.
Loser.
My God. And regulate my breathing so I'm not even panting or anything. You can't even tell I've done the dash That's the win.
No, because you're holding it in. You're holding it in like, I'm fine. Yeah. And Kej is that guy. He'll be running up the escalators, and you'll be watching him thinking, that geezer's running up the escalators. Let's see how far he is. You'll see him go halfway up and then getting lane.
No. I love it. I want the people to go, let's see how fast this, because it's not running. It's very strategic walking pace, but it's been I've had to
where's
practice
the reward?
this.
Kej, where's the reward?
There is no reward, bruv.
I'm the first one out the station, one at the top. That inside me is the reward.
You're not. No, you're not the first one out of station, because there's probably 10 million people that went through.
I'm the first one out on the station, out of that train, that whole train, 12 carriages. It's me. I'm the winner.
Do you think when you get to heaven, do you think God will go, hey, Kej, I've been watching you do that running up the escalators thing. Well done, bruv. You're amazing for that.
Yes. Oh, yes. Yeah,
that's what you think. Or do you think God will go, Kej, you know that whole running up the escalator thing? You're a bit of a knob.
Was it worth
that doesn't mean anything.
Was it worth it? No, I just think as long as I can keep winning that race, it means I'm in there, I'm fit, I'm healthy, and you know what? I can take you all. And to be honest with you, there is a little bit of thinking behind it. There's this bit of scientific thinking, because I've learned how to do that by actually measuring the breathing technique and the movement of your legs and all of that. And if you can sync that all up together, you can do all of this stuff really quickly. And that's how you can outdo people. I'll be honest with you, it's just a personal experiment, because everyone's walking up there with their mouth open and not breathing correctly.
I agree. So I think you're not alone with a lot of people would set these little personal little goals. It's just
that's all it is. It's silly.
Even when as you were saying that, I was thinking about the tube.
Rap tune on, and it's just going. It's like boom, 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 and do you know what I mean? Or like if it's a jungle tune, and it just, you know what I mean? I'm like, come on, let's go. Who's up for it?
Even when I'm on the tube, right? When I'm on the tube, and like the other day, you just reminded me now that there was a guy who was about my age. There was an empty seat, and he offered it to the woman. He goes, oh, do you want to take a seat? And she went, no, I'm all right. And then obviously I looked around at it, and he went, no, I'm all right. And she went, I'm going to go for a couple of stops. He goes, so am I. And I knew I was getting off in a couple of stops, but I now can't take the seat because they've turned it down. And I'm like, well, if I had to go, well, I'm lazy enough to take it. So I have to kind of now.
That doesn't mean you're lazy. That doesn't mean you're lazy though. But mentally, you made it
off in a couple of stops. They didn't take it.
You made it into a game.
Yeah, I do that all the time.
That's a good game. It's a good game. I mean, it's brilliant living in London.
Yeah,
well,
I think.
Do you play the do you number people on the tube as to how attractive they are in order?
I don't do how attractive they are. What I do is it's weird. I try and think what they've been doing before they got on this train, by the state of them. And I really go off in another world about, this guy, as he had an argument, as he just finished a gym. So I like doing all of that. Like what is the thought? I love, what are they thinking about as they're sitting there snoring?
Why do you care?
I don't know. But I mean, I don't know. I just find it. But it's funny. We're talking about people on the train and all of that.
Yeah.
Just
before you move on, I think the both of you should just stop playing with yourselves in public. Just get on the train. Don't think about anything. Just sit there. Try that next time.
Okay. So Sach is there like a Buddhist monk, kind of sit there, be at one.
No, it's just not even that. I've got my tunes on. That's all I'm listening.
I do loads of other stuff as well on the train. But I'm just saying that it's more when the doors open. It's go. That's it. Let's go. It just feels like, and they're off moment for me.
Yeah.
But having said that, a couple of days ago, I've had probably the most strangest experience on the London Underground here in London in all my years.
Is that where the London Underground is?
Yeah, just for people, listening abroad, and they might not know, and they think that
they might not know where the London Underground is.
It's in Manchester, isn't it?
Well, exactly. Some people might think there might be an underground system in Manchester, but there isn't. What I want to say is, I was actually assaulted on. I think the term is I was assaulted on the train.
Actually assaulted, bro. Hold on a minute.
That's serious.
Are you opening up like Sach did about his boss?
I'm going to open up to something that I know is going to make you guys laugh, but I think the correct term for this is I was assaulted on the train.
Oh,
what happened is I got on at the train station, London Bridge. It's coming up to on the Jubilee to Bond Street. And then you
got assaulted at the Bond or around the Bond?
No, just as we were approaching Bond.
The Bond.
Street.
Okay.
The Bond. Okay.
And so I was there, minding my business, playing Football Manager on my phone, and I was sitting down on a foldy collapsible chair. And you know, like I like looking at people. So every stop, I always look up. Got to look at your surroundings.
At them.
No, not staring. Just look who's around me. You got to be aware. You never know if there's a nutter or someone who's got on. So you're just aware. And then
you're the nutter.
Yeah. Well, they don't know that. And then I'm back into my phone playing my game, and 2 stops in from when I got on, there was a young kid who came on who I kind of just clocked from the corner of my eye, and he was standing near the door, but he was mumbling. So in the beginning, I thought, oh, is he not all good, all right? And then I saw that he had headphones on, and I thought, oh, bless him, he's enjoying his tunes, because it sounded like he was singing a tune, and not the greatest rhythm or anything, but I thought, each their own, whatever. But he was talking.
You're just judging his vocal like he's Britain's Got Talent.
No. I just didn't know what kind of song it was. But anyway, each to his own, because at times it felt like he was chanting some sort of mantra or something. That's why it was a little bit confusing. Ooh. So I looked at it and I just saw him corner right, and then I carried on playing. I didn't really pay attention, and then I could, sort of, even when my head was down playing a game, I could still hear him mumbling something. Right. So I let him to it. Anyway, I didn't care. Whatever. Carry on. Yeah. Anyway, as we're about to get off at Bond Street Station, I get up and do a 180 because the door's behind me. Yeah. I do a 180.
Did you make like engine revving noises because you're getting ready to run?
Well, yeah. That's all I was thinking in my head. And I looked at that bloke as I turned around, and I had my mask on, by the way. Obviously, that's important to say. I didn't mention that. I had my mask on. I still wear my mask on the underground. And I looked at him as you would have to, because he was in that eye line, and I turned around the other way. Didn't think of it twice. And then I was waiting for the doors to open. Now, normally the train stops and doors open. That's it. Yeah. But for some reason, there was a little delay on the doors opening, which gave this Baijan a chance to all of a sudden go, bruv, I've got no vaccinations. I've never had COVID. I'm still standing here, bruv. Look at you, man, still wearing a mask, yeah? Look at him, bruv. I'm still alive. Look at me, I'm standing.
How old is he? Just so I can visualize this guy.
I think he was...
Because I pictured like a 20-year-old.
Yeah, I'd say about 20, 21, and an English guy.
Okay, so that's... So white English, 21.
Yeah. But he looked like a bit of a bookworm. Do you know what I mean? I wasn't expecting that voice to come out of him. And all of a sudden, he's like giving it large to me. And boy, he didn't realize...
He's calling you out for being a bit of a wuss because you're wearing your mask, right?
Maybe. But, I could have been a recovering cancer patient, after chemotherapy, and you don't know my circumstance. So therefore, why are you giving it? What? Why are you giving it?
Talk about take it to another.
No. But what made him want to just drop those lyrics to me? He doesn't know my situation. Why was it bugging him so much that I was wearing a mask? I didn't understand, but I was taken back so much.
I think I know why.
I wasn't the first one off the train because the doors opened, and I was just like in delay a little bit.
Messed with your head
because I didn't look at him. I didn't look at him again.
It just to race you, and maybe throw you off.
Did you say anything back to him?
No, I didn't even turn around. I didn't turn around. Well, you know me, I don't confront. I didn't even turn around. But it just in my mind, it just slowed down time to I was processing is he talking to me like this? You idiot! And then I carried on.
Oh, there's so much you could have said. It's honestly, nice. Mate. It's not COVID. Exactly. It's your breath.
As I was doing the race up the stairs and the escalator, I thought of all the comebacks after. But that's me. I always think of the comebacks when it's too late.
And maybe it's because you had did you have your Spurs mask on?
No, it was just a navy blue. It was a navy blue with an extra filter mask. Okay. It's a very good one, the U mask, and that's it. There was nothing. I wasn't even, I didn't have loud music. I wasn't bouncing around and doing anything. I just played my. I actually lost my game.
Would you call that assault?
That's assault.
Why is it assault?
Well, I don't think it's assault. Well, why are you talking to me like that?
No, we live in a world where we all share each other's space. You have to talk to each other if you want to talk to each other. Respect is the word. I don't know what bugged him. He must have been having a hard time. Maybe. So why don't you respect his right to challenge your right to wear your mask?
No, I did, and that's why I didn't. I didn't go back at him or anything. I thought let him get his verbal bud out, and he'll feel better.
Did you do that, or did you just go, sorry, mate, I've got a race to win?
Kej was revving his engine.
I was. I didn't care. I didn't care. But I thought, I've never had that on the train all this time, ever.
Well, yeah, no.
No, because no one speaks to you on the underground.
No, you're right. Very, very rarely do you get people just making chit chat. But then clearly something in you wearing the mask just riled him up. But I've seen quite a lot of people wear the masks.
I don't think it's. I don't think it's. Yeah, no, it's down to you. And yeah. I've noticed as well. Sometimes, I've forgotten to wear the mask, and then I'll put on. Because obviously there's a lot of places you don't need to wear a mask and all of that. And it's just one of those things. I do it. You can argue it all day long, but it's a weird one. Anyway, so I just thought I'd share that with you as well. We
should point out that Kej was only wearing a mask. He was naked completely everywhere else. That's what probably stood out about the mask so much. It's like, right, that's just not normal, Kej.
Well, yeah. Anyway, so from that, can we move on to the question? And there's a couple of questions I've got for you today, guys. That is actually dividing the nation. It's really sort of causing a lot of issue at work and work colleagues, and it's like, how do you settle this debate? Is there a right answer to this even? And the first question that we're going to start off with is about this lady. So not whiz. It's not about whizzing. It's about a woman who's blown people's mind with and basically she's saying that you're going to see colleagues completely differently. And I want to know if we see each other differently after this, because obviously we've known each other for a long time. And are
we colleagues? Is that what we think? I thought our mates were started off.
Well, yeah, that's why you're my colleague.
I was going to say that actually, Tommy. We're mates. I actually work with him, so he's my colleague.
Yeah. And I'm happy for it to just be on the colleague level, but
because he's got friends like Matt and James and whoever.
Yeah, the ones we never meet, never see.
He can't say my name properly. That's why he can't be my mate.
Yeah.
I'm going on a stag do with Jeremy. I'm going to stag do with Jeremy and Kevin.
I don't want to be friends with that guy's got an exotic name.
Yeah. Anyway. So here's the debate, and this is the question, and I'm gonna basically.
So hold on, let me, sorry, because I got a bit lost in that. So it's a question that will make you look at your colleagues very differently as a result of it, and this question's gone viral.
Yeah,
let's have it. Let's have it.
Right, and so this is the question she posed, and I'm gonna it's not loaded or anything, so I just want you to react straight away
as it is.
And both of you give me the answer straight away, no thinking about it. Just if you heard this, what would you answer? Okay. If I say we have a meeting at midday, and then I say, can we move it forward 2 hours? What time is it then?
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
Oh, interesting. I said 10 o'clock as well. But apparently a lot of people say 2 o'clock. And it's all to do with how you look at time.
Because technically.
So you would turn up at 10 o'clock.
Well, if the clock's moved forward. When the clocks move forward, they're actually going. So
which way is it? Is it at 2 o'clock then? What time would you turn up at this meeting?
10 o'clock. Midday is always 12 p.m.
So we've got a meeting at midday, but then I say, can we move it forward 2 hours? What time do we go to this meeting?
Can we move? If we're moving the meeting forward 2 hours, we're moving it earlier.
Yeah.
You're not moving.
But if we're moving the clock forward, we're moving the clock to 2 o'clock.
You can't move the clock forward. You would just. It's really interesting because I feel like Tommy wants to say, well, it would be 2 o'clock then.
I think it could be either. I think today I'm saying 10. Tomorrow I could easily say 2.
It's a weird one, isn't it? It's how you look at time basically, and it's interesting.
She needs to say, can we move the meeting back? 2 hours.
If you're moving the meeting back, surely that means.
Yeah, that's later. Let's push it back, guys. I'm running late. Let's move the meeting back.
Yeah, so then it's 2 p.m.
Yeah, but she didn't say that. She said move it forward.
She said, can we move it forward 2 hours? So I just want to say, if you move the meeting forward 2 hours from 12, that's 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
Okay, I get that. But it's a bit different with. I think you need to specify a time because this is what people kind of.
It is. It's the use of the language. It's whether you're moving the meeting forward or back, or whether you're moving time forward or back.
So can we move the time forward? The meeting. Can we move the time forward for this? Can we move the time forward 2 hours?
Oh, so that's 10 that could be 2 o'clock.
Or is it 10 o'clock then?
It's 10 o'clock.
It's 10 o'clock though.
No, okay. Imagine. Listen to this. I tell you why it's not clear cut 10 o'clock. Go, guys, I'm running late. Can we move it forward 2 hours? Bang, makes sense. Guys, I'm actually.
No, but it might not.
That don't make sense. That does not make sense to me.
Because if someone's running late, why would you say you want to bring it forward? Then you bring it like what you just said.
Then move it back 2 hours.
You've got to move it then according to what you've agreed with, Tommy, then you've got to say, I'm running late. Can we move the meeting back?
Yeah.
Can't move it forward.
I think realistically, if someone's saying forward and backwards, why don't you just say a time instead? It's easier. Can we move it to 10 a.m.?
Don't practical search.
Don't talk in riddles. Just tell me the time, innit?
Sach is not like, this is ridiculous now. I don't want to play this game.
It's ridiculous. Yeah. Like if someone says to me midday, all right, midday is 12 p.m.
o'clock.
We can all agree on that. Now this forward and back thing, that's down to people's interpretation.
Yeah. So, but it could cause a lot of hangama, and I think we've got to have this chat.
If you're a better manager, Kej, and you said let's move it to 2 p.m., then I'll be there at 2 p.m.
Yeah. Correct. I think the lesson you got to learn from this is just stay away from that phrase. We've got to move it forward.
It's clearer communication, but it's also like when this isn't related.
Can we bring it forward? If you say can we bring it forward, then it's 10 a.m.
You made me think of this now. When you say to someone, what time do you want to meet on Monday? 10 o'clock or 12 o'clock? They go, yes.
I love those people.
Oh man, I'm like, are you? Honestly, it gets me upset. Things like that upset me.
Yeah, it annoys me. It annoys me too.
I'm going to say it. I'm just going to say it because I think we can.
Here we go.
People from India, when they WhatsApp me, and I deal with a lot of people from India because of cricket.
Yes, you do.
This, that, they do this. They fire like a warning. They go, hi. So I go,
oh no, but that's just so that you open WhatsApp and you're ready to take in the baby that they're going to drop into your WhatsApp.
The baby don't drop for an hour after that.
It's funny you said that. I had a manager.
You need to send the baby back.
Yeah. I've had a manager of a music artist from India who messaged me this. Right, I'm going to read it out to you if I can find it. They said, "Hi Kejal, how are you?"
Look, he says his name with an accent.
Kejal, because that's how they say it. Kejal. Hi Kejal, how are you? I need to talk to you about something. Right. So within the next 5 minutes, I replied, going, "Hi, haven't heard from you in ages." I said, here we go. I found it. I wanted to discuss a client that I'm representing at the moment. And that was it. So I said, okay, tell me more. That was on the 24th of March, I said. Right?
Yeah, right.
He replied on the 6th of April. Hey, Kejal, shall I share the details with you here?
Yeah.
I said, here is fine. Another 3 days.
Yeah.
Then I've got the full shebang.
I'm telling Kej, I have the same thing. Hi, Tommy, can I discuss something with you? Yes. Like, you don't need to ask it. Just honestly, just go for it. Just kind of go, hey, Tommy, just wondering, are you available to host this? Do you want to oh man, it
is. I know what you mean. And sometimes you waste a bit of time, isn't it? Because you're waiting for that thing because you don't want to come across as rude, like going, oh, they've blue ticked it and now they've gone offline again.
And not only that, I know if I don't reply and go, yeah, go on, then tell me what it is, then I'm going to miss that message because another 50 messages are going to come through in the next hour or two.
But I think next time you should just reply with no. I don't discuss anything with me.
Maybe. And again, all of this might be down to the way they're holding the phone, because today we have basically a new bit of research out, and the way you hold your phone can tell you a lot about the person. It has a big reflection on who you are as a person. So it's a bit of a personality test. So are you the person who basically, and it's probably the most common way of...
Wait, before you reveal it, Sach, how do you hold your phone?
No, I'm going to ask you, are you a one-handed and a thumb scroller?
Yeah.
I thought you meant hold your phone to make a call. Like how?
No. It's more like looking at it. So are you a one-handed thumb scroller? Are you a one-hand hold and then thumb scroller with the other hand? Are you a two-handed holder and using both thumbs active?
I think it depends what you're doing.
Well, I think you got to go with the majority. Or are you a one-hand holder and a finger? I
beg your pardon?
And the finger scroller.
What video you're watching, doesn't it, Kej?
Do you know what I mean? But I think it's the four that you got to pick from. So have a little feel of your phone, pick it up casually. How are you going about it? Are you a two-thumber?
Yeah, I am.
I think Tommy's a two-thumber.
Tommy's a two-thumber. I've noticed that. Yeah.
I think because I've got the 13 Pro Max. It's the big phone.
The full. Yeah.
iPad, isn't it?
Yeah. So, and I know there is that thing you can do to make it all like smaller on the. So only use up half time, but I never use that.
It comes down. You can make it come down a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm definitely, and I've even found myself in situations where I've only got one hand free to do it, and I can't get to the top of the phone. You know, it's I need to move the phone down my hand a little bit.
You've got bigger fingers than me. I can get to the top of the phone.
No, but like sometimes, like if you've got a coffee, then you got to do. Yeah, you can get to it, but you always got to shuffle the phone down a bit, and then But plus, I probably got fatter thumbs and fingers, so I can't just touch. I ain't got like your bony little pointy,
like a pointer. Fingers. But like Apple finger, pencil.
So I can't touch.
So what does it, Kej? What does it say about him then with the two thumbs?
Right. So all right. So should we go with the two thumbs first? Okay. Let me just. I'm
a two thumbs at the time kind of guy.
Is scrolling. You're not a one scroller with a thumb. These guys. If you fold your phone with both your thumbs on the screen, then you are known to be fast to come up with solutions to challenges.
That's not correct.
Wow.
That's me. That is me.
Correct.
And I'll tell you what, I think I do it as well. When I think
that's correct.
It's pretty intense because I'm going, I want to quickly go.
Hold a minute. Let me carry on. Let me finish. Survival of the fittest is a motto that should resonate with you. This is classic. And you know how to adapt. So there you go. That picture also indicates you are the most energetic person at parties and festivities.
Come on, bro.
Okay, that's him. That
is true. However, these characteristics mean you must work extremely hard in order to spice up your romantic life.
Yeah, I'll do anything to keep that shit alive. I tell you, you got to put in the time, bruv.
Rub it. Right, fine. Okay, so, Sach, your one, the most common way, and that's, with the one-handed hold and use the same thumb.
Yeah, unless I'm texting, then I'm two thumbing.
Oh, so there's a little bit of you, Tommy, in there as well for you. But if you do this, you are a carefree, happy, and self-assured individual. You have the ability to accept whatever life throws at you and never complain about it.
That's kind of me. Yeah.
See, and actually, let me just use the example of the trains. Yeah. Sach went, why worry about other people? Just get on with it. Put your tunes on. Put your tunes on. That's what you said.
Yeah.
Enjoy it. That's you. Carefree.
Being confident about your ability, though, keeping moving, and basically means that you keep moving ahead, grabbing any new chance in your path. You can also take chances and push yourself beyond your comfort zone. Ooh. So there we go.
Yeah, I like that. I'd say so. Even when, for example, he's in pain and his boss sets him more work, he'll get on with it because he'll go beyond his comfort.
Well, we're doing his appraisal. We're doing his appraisal now, are we?
Well, I'm just saying it fits. It fits what he's.
Sorry, who are you? Who are you to do this appraisal? Why are you here?
Exactly. I'm just pointing out the facts from what we've seen in the evidence so far. So actually, this phone thing's quite accurate. So that's if you're a one-hander.
That's a one-hander, which is a little bit me, but I've noticed because I do a lot of work on the phone. I tend to do one hand and then other hand finger because I've got to move certain things around on the phone and it's just a little bit easier. Or I go a little bit two thumb Tommy as well. So I'm a little bit of all of them. But if I read the description for the holding the hand and then
do you use a fist ever? Do you use a fist?
You can use the fist on certain gestures on the iPhone now. Normally when certain people text, but the scrolling with your index finger means people are enthralled by your vivid imagination and original ideas. Whatever career path you choose, you can have a lot of success. Wow, this is not right. Although being an extrovert, you prefer isolation to re-energize yourself. That's so true.
That is you.
You do what to re-energize?
I prefer isolation to re-energize yourself.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, you do. Yeah, I see that about you. Yeah.
So there we are. It's pretty accurate. This is very accurate. I mean, Tommy's was bang on. Yeah. So there we are. Look at the way you're holding your phone right now. What does it reveal about yourself? Are you a Tommy? Are you a Sach? Or are you a Kej?
And I don't know anybody that would go panoramic just to text. You know, when the keyboard.
I've tried doing it because I thought maybe I'm missing a trick there because it kind of you feel like. Do you remember that video, Nelly Kelly Dilemma? They used to have
she's texting.
Yeah, it always takes me back to that.
But she's texting in Microsoft Excel.
Oh yeah, because it used to be the Nokia communicator, but it was an old phone. It was the Nokia communicator sideways. But
that's why she didn't get a reply.
Maybe there's something in that. Maybe there is. We need to retrain ourselves.
I think you're a psychopath. If you text with your phone sideways,
yes,
that's crazy. I think you're probably down to 1% of the planet.
Wow, big call. If there's anyone who texts sideways, I think there's a lot of joy in it. I think I'm just not used to it. I think there is a lot of joy in it because your text messaging and everything, you can see half your text messages, half the message. I think there is a little bit of
it's too much girth. It's too wide. It's too wide.
You do it then, Kej.
I'm gonna give it a go. But anyway, that brings us on to things we have seen maybe on your phone while you've been out and about traveling. I don't know if you know what? Can I just, before we go on to things we've seen, people who watch serious episodes on their phone. I saw someone watching Ozark on their phone on the train. Why would you? Can I just say? And I don't get this. Why are you ruining that for yourself? Yeah. Why are you watching it on a little minute screen? And it's so epic. And you've got the dugga of the train, and you've got all of that, and then you've got to move your legs when someone wants to pass through, and you've got earbuds popping in and out, your ears are falling, faffing, oh, you've got to worry about your state. Why are you ruining that beautiful experience on a phone? I don't understand that.
And can I say, one of the nicest things about watching Ozark is the shots of the lakes.
Fully.
And, they do this
and it's all quite dark anyway, so you want to be, lit up in your house.
You want to watch it in the TV. Yeah, but maybe, Kej, some people don't have the mazza of, to come home and watch TV.
No, I get it.
Exactly.
I get that. But, I mean, I don't know. I just think it's, you're losing out on a lot of mazza. But anyway, what's the mazza? What's giving you the mazza this week?
Well, we have to talk about this because we've got to I watched the final episode last night, and I was quite sad that it has now come to an end.
Stop. I thought I saw the last episode.
Yeah.
It's not the last episode. There's one more.
Episode 10.
I watched episode 9 thinking it was the last one.
Oh.
You Wally.
And then I looked down and there's another episode. I was like, oh. So I've been talking to you about.
Go on then, Tommy, let's have the spoilers. Go on, just say it.
No, don't.
No, I won't spoil it, but it was episode 10 that was it good? Was
it a good ending?
I think so. Funny enough, I nearly messaged you as well because of something that we spoke about yesterday. Because I can say this, because at the start of every episode, you get from Bus, the boss
Dr.
of...
Bus.
Sorry, we're talking about Winning Time. Didn't even say what it was. Winning Time, The Rise of the Lakers on Sky Atlantic. It's a brilliant series.
Which, can I say, not a lot of people are seeing because it's on Sky Atlantic, HBO. But you know what? Please, it's brilliant. It's not even about basketball. It's just a good drama.
Yeah. I love basketball, but I don't, because this is set in the late 70s, 1980. So before my era of basketball, I was 4. So I got into basketball.
Wow. 13, you were 4.
Yeah. You can't believe that.
At one point I was. 41 years ago, I was 4. And
ridiculous.
But what's
did they have colour then?
People?
No.
Television.
But
that's why you get that sort of that sort of grainy effect on certain shots. I love it because it does look like you're watching.
Yeah, no, I know it might put you off, but I tell you what, it's really well made. It's just a brilliant story. It's all about kind of overcoming kind of obstacles, taking a gamble, taking a punt. There's business elements.
It's about life issues, about family, struggles that you can have, and it's just about and just getting through life and.
Because of the era it's set in, it's a lot about colour. It's a lot about misogyny.
A lot of racism.
It's a lot about race, gender. There's some real, because you realise how bad it was back then towards women. It was just so blatant. That, well, you're a woman, so you're not going to get a look in. You're a person of colour, so you're not going to get a look in. So there's a lot of that's cleverly underdone, but it's also funny. But it's also entertaining.
So what are you going to say?
Dramatic. Yeah,
you're going to say about. So you're going to say about the intros
every episode. It's a spoiler, but not a spoiler. Every episode starts with something from Bus.
Yeah.
Who owns the LA Lakers? A little bit like a bit of wisdom about something. This one didn't, but it then did do it 1 minute in, or 2-3 minutes in. So they kind of switched it up a little bit for the last one. But I didn't know the story, even though, like I said, I love basketball.
I don't know the story
what actually happened in real life to the Lakers and that season and all of that. You can work it out as to why they're covering it. But then, I'm jumping ahead now because I don't want to spoil the last episode. It's a great series, well worth watching. But then I started Googling the series, how it's gone down. Will there be a second series?
There is a second series, yeah, right? That's been confirmed.
But also, Magic Johnson doesn't approve of the series. He's the star of it. He's against it. So is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the other.
And that's why Apple have done the Magic Johnson docu-series on Apple TV.
Freedom or something like that it's called.
Which is all about him and he's in it and he talks about it. So I think obviously there was, because I'm sure they've used a bit of creative license in the story.
Big time. And not only that,
so it's fake.
Yeah.
Well, it's like The Crown. It's like The Crown. People watch The Crown, and that's not all real. I mean, there's real elements in it, but you can't believe everything that you see in there.
No, but this is mapping that story, but it's dramaed up. Anyway, and the point is, it's a great story and it's well done. But it's funny to know there's a bit of tamasha in real life off the back of it, because people don't approve of it. But it's a great series. So that's what I saw, concluded on, and I'm still making my way through the final few Ozarks. But I want to be fully awake. I don't want to watch it at the end of the night with the Ozarks. I want to give it my undivided attention. It's like a date, me and Ozark.
Yes.
Jason Bateman.
I finally got to episode 2.
Yeah. And episode 2 of this new batch.
Of the new batch. And can I say, things I've seen this week, and it's actually just trailers. I've not even had a chance to go into the real thing. But have you seen the trailer for the new Westworld season 4,
No,
Tommy?
No.
2 minutes 30.
Came out today.
Came out today. Even Sach knows, and he hates it. But it's brilliant. It's so much. It's what happens in there, Tommy, in that trailer. I feel like I've got a little bit of anxiety thinking I need to watch season 3 again, or just somehow can someone inject all of season 1, 2, and 3 into my head?
But don't you get that when you watch it? It's like previously on.
You do, but Westworld, as Tommy can vouch for, is another level of understanding and information absorption, which you can't retain.
What they do as well, Sach, they put loads of little things in the background that link up. And there's not one timeline of story. Like if you asked people in the Westworld, can we move the meeting forward 2 hours? Oh,
my God, what that means. You imagine?
You might end up in another TV show.
Oh, exactly. So
I'm glad I don't watch that either.
So you are doing about 5 timelines and you can't remember all of that. So
honestly, Westworld is beautiful, incredible televisual viewing. And I'll tell you, now that you talk about that trailer, I'll tell you, I'm going to put the kids to bed, draw the curtains, get the tail and the tissues out, and enjoy that 2.5 minutes.
I make sure that I put it on the big telly.
The tissues out.
I closed the curtains. I closed the curtains because I didn't want the natural sunlight breaking through. And I put it on loud, full blast, because I thought it's going to be the best 2 minutes, and it didn't let down. And also, while you've got the curtains closed, while you're looking for trailers, the trailer for the new Avatar film. Oh my God!
Nah, not interested.
How long is that?
Not interested.
It's I don't know the length of that one because I was just taken back by the beauty.
I'm sorry, but the Avatar is basically Smurfs for adults. Blue things on my telly. I don't want to watch that. And every time I see the name, it just reminds me of a fella called Avtar.
Yeah.
Avtar. I don't want to watch that.
Yeah, who used to run Sunrise Radio. But
not interested. Not interested.
No. Please be interested. The genius of this film.
I saw the
Have
first
you seen
one.
it? Have you seen the first one?
I didn't like it. I fell asleep in the
cinema. Did you watch it?
Did
you watch it 3D?
Went cinema, 3D, fell asleep, didn't like it.
When all of that stuff is flying to your face, all the little, dandelion things.
Oh, my word, that's magical when they land on him.
I don't.
They know he's pure of heart.
I don't want to see this blue thing on my. I'm just not interested. Like,
you're not into blue movies?
Not ones like that. No.
Okay.
But the thing, I'm sure they are. I didn't even look that far. The thing that I watched, and it is very much real. And
look at him having a little dig. Is real.
No, it is, because it was the F1 on the weekend, and it was the first race in Miami.
Oh yeah.
And did you see the marina?
That marina. You know what? I've got to say. I mean, I'm not a fan. I've saw bits of it, and it fooled me. That marina.
It's fake.
That marina that they've got in what is it? Hawaii? Where was it?
No, Miami. They've built a track. First race there.
They've got a marina in there. It's a man-made marina. So Tommy's thinking, yeah, of course, marinas are all man-made.
No, there's no water in it.
This one's painted on wood.
Yes. And the boats are sort of parked.
People are swimming in there, but
they're not swimming. If you jump off the boat, you land on wood.
Yeah, you just land there and you're just floating on it.
You're not even floating.
Well, no, but you know what I mean? Like the illusion would be there that you're somehow floating on the Dead Sea or something.
No, you're not.
But it's a madness.
But
But the reason why they did that is I read a little bit about it is because they said, oh well, the best tracks have that kind of vibe around it. They wanted the same kind of vibe, so they went and
stack it on
a fake blue painted, and it is very bright blue, but it does look beautiful.
Ridiculous. Can I just say the race was absolutely terrible. Like, it was nothing. I think the best part of it was the bit when they're on the track and they're looking at all the, meeting all the celebrities and stuff. Everyone was at that race in Miami, which was
it was because first time, wasn't it?
And I think this is one of the moments of the year on TV so far. It was Martin Brundle, the F1 reporter.
Oh my God, I saw that.
Speaking to DJ Khaled. If you haven't seen that, make sure you find that and have a look at it.
It's a funny, watch that. It is hilarious. It is hilarious. Watch
Tommy,
that.
you would like it.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a little bit of homework for the Brown Loaders as for next week. Watch that clip if you've not seen it.
Okay, Google it. It's DJ Khaled talking to
Martin
Brundle. Martin Brundle. But Tommy, you're gonna need to we watch it in peace, and it's a good clip. It's funny. You got to listen to it. Lovely. So is that everyone covered for things we've seen?
We are.
Yes.
Good telly. Good bits of telly. It's good. I've got a few trailers and an interview. And by the way, I can watch those like at night tonight. I'm looking forward to that. I love that. I'm excited.
Enjoy it.
Are we doing things we learned?
Things we learned.
Right,
well, just before we start on things we learned, can I do things I tried to learn? Because I actually looked this up thinking it came about. I kept hearing about it. And I thought, come on, Tommy, sort it out. What is this? And then I tried to learn it so that I could come here and question you boys on it maybe and share it as a thing I learned.
How to tie your shoelaces?
No, worse than that. It's more trickier than that. More trickier than a double loop knot. Like everyone's going about the Queen's birthday, Jubilee, rah, 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 right? And then now in the press, the big story this week was the Queen will not be attending the state opening of Parliament.
Yeah, which happened today. She didn't attend.
Right. She didn't. She's not going to attend. 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 That's all the headlines say. She's not going to attend. So this is only the third time ever. The only 2 times in the past she's not attended the state opening of Parliament was back in 1959 and 1963 because she was pregnant with Edward and the other wrong'un. And you basically realise. I looked into it. I was like, right. Well, what is the state opening of Parliament?
It's when they all put their wigs on and they sit on that big sofa in the middle and she walks into the middle and she's got the kohinoor on her head. She holds the big staff with the big golden ball on it. And then I think she announces something that it's open or something. I don't know.
Hold a minute.
I remember watching it at school. They used to force us.
Parliament is open. It's been open for years.
Something starts. It's the start.
Does she cut a ribbon? As if they've opened
the equinox or something.
Right. All of this, all valid questions. When I started looking into it, it got more and more complicated.
Oh my God! Do we need to know this?
There's actually it's the 3 different councils. There's the Queen's Council of this that does that. There's the council that does this. And you know what? I suddenly thought this is because I've got Indian roots. I'll tell you what. I don't know this because my parents are brown. So I'm going to blame the fact that my parents.
No. You could go and do your own research, Tommy.
You're right. I tried, but it was all brand new information, and I'm like,
"What is your old man going to know this?"
Yeah, but
I think a lot of
general knowledge person.
But I think a lot of people wouldn't know why this is done. I remember we were shown it at school. We had to watch it a few times at school, and like I said, I remember there's a few men sit on wigs and the sofa's in the middle, and then they listen to the Queen say something.
You're not explaining what it is. You're just explaining what you saw, right? So like. The trooping of the colours. What's the trooping of the colours?
Oh my God, this guy's really gone into the royalist. Tommy's going. The trooping of the colours is when all the horses come out.
What does that mean? All the gore come out. And
they do a show. They do a show for the Queen and they parade and she waves them on. And it's I know what it is. And it's to exercise the power of our establishment.
No, it's not. It's basically the troops are all out. So it's all of the kind of services that protect this great nation.
That's what I mean, to show them off. We're brilliant.
But what are the colours? What's the colours? Trooping of the
blue,
colours.
White.
No.
Red.
No, the colours refers to the flag. Colours was just another word for flag.
Yes, the trooping
of... Yes. See, like, you're full of... What I mean is all this stuff. So I tried to come on kind of going, hey, guess what, everyone? The Queen's going to miss the state opening of Parliament and this is where this happens. But basically, it's something to do with the election, something to do with Parliament, something to do with the fact that Parliament and the Queen are still very much linked. I'll tell you what I've got in a nutshell. It's where they kind of set out the agenda for the future for the nation.
God.
Okay, you could have just said that and saved us 10 minutes.
He's just turned into Jenny Bond or something. Do you know what I mean? The royal correspondent.
Bond. We've so much Bond. You're looking for Bond Street, Jenny.
Are you looking for gigs as we get close to a platinum jubilee? Do you know what I mean? Are we going to see Tommy as the commentator?
That exactly, mate. Well, based on that, I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so. So
anyway. Well, basically, Tommy didn't learn anything this week.
No,
is that what we're saying?
I didn't learn that, but I did learn something that's actually very useful for us Desies. Seeing as all us Desies don't know anything about the Queen and the royal family. And by the way, if you did know all about what the state opening of Parliament and the trooping of the colours are, then email me, hello@download.com. Just show off.
Don't email us.
Just but they're all going to say they know now. They're going to do a Kej and go, yeah, well, I knew it because I'm integrated with society.
Of course, yeah.
But I'm going to talk about something that I actually learnt this week, and you could. I think Tommy's was a bit of waffle there. The thing I learnt was if we covered 1.2% of the Sahara Desert with solar panels, we have enough energy to power the whole world.
Wow!
Really?
Just 1.2%. That's nothing.
We need to cover it 1.2% to power the whole of the world.
But I know how big 1.2% is.
Yeah, but even then, it's. I mean,
no, but that 1.2% is big, though. Should I tell you how big it is? 335 kilometers by 335 kilometers.
Okay. So
that's I'm sorry, but that's within Elon Musk and Bezos territory. They can sort that out. I mean, what is the sand bringing to the world? Nothing. It doesn't do anything, right?
I think it probably does do something. And also, I think it's absorbing heat must do something as well.
Apart from so that you can enjoy riding buggies in there when you go to Dubai. There's not a lot of
Dubai. Sahara's not in Dubai. Just see that all sand isn't all connected.
No, I know. No, it is. Sand is all connected.
No, it's not. Sand doesn't lead to sand. There are oceans and stuff in between. Sorry. And that, by the way, on a little that is a wicked stat. And I heard Elon Musk do a little speech and said the entire world's population can all fit in New York. You can fit.
Oh wow,
that's
everyone in New York.
In New York or Manhattan?
New York. That's what he said. I think that's what he said in the stat. Meaning there aren't actually that many people on the planet. Everyone talks about, there's too many people. He goes, there's not.
Oh, I don't know how you prove that. So that's a bit. Do you know what I mean? That's like me saying, I can eat all the dog in the world and I wouldn't die. How are you going to prove that?
You're right. You can't ask everyone to move to New York. You can't all get a visa. But the thing I did learn, the actual thing I did learn was.
Oh, you have got something.
Oh, okay. I have got one. And this is that if you're cutting onions, the reason why your eyes stream is because the chemical in the onions that causes your eyes to stream is looking for the nearest source of water. And the nearest source of water to react to is your eyes.
Wow.
So if you put a little glass of water or a wet tissue, and put it by the onions, you will not cry anymore.
Well, that's it. All I can say is then you better not cut onions when you got diarrhea.
Yeah, or if you're going to the loo, I wouldn't do that either.
Well, then it would sting your willy.
Well, exactly. It might be
out
quite
of
painful.
Wherever, isn't it?
Might be quite a painful
like a magnet.
Right,
so
I never knew that.
Maybe your willy will start crying.
Maybe. And the thing that I learned,
yours does from time to time, doesn't it?
No,
because it looks up at the rest of your body and goes, "Oh, God's sake!"
Look at this athlete that I'm a part of. And I just play this small part in the aerodynamic body. But the thing that I learned is that, you know what, and this is especially for all the British people, for the 4.5 million British people who are thinking about their summer holidays this year and planning it. Do not make the mistake of having your plans scuppered, because today is, you got to check your passport, because the deadline is a 10-week passport renewal at the moment, which means that if you want to go on your holidays with your kids, a family break around the 18th of July, 19th of July, you need to be sending your passport today.
Now.
Wow.
And anyone without a passport, if you don't, if
you're not going to
get it in time, they're going to say that it's going to now start building up. So this is your public service announcement that make sure you have a look at your passport. If it needs renewing, get on it. Well, by the time you hear it on Thursday,
you can just imagine right now, all those people that haven't sent anything off right now, all of their willies have just started crying. They've just gone, oh no, they've absolutely pooped themselves. That's it. They realise
it's just killing us softly. But passport renewal day, it needs to be mentioned. It's an important day for all the people who might be slightly putting it till next week. Wow. Get on it today.
Thank you for that advice, Pretty Patel.
Okay. This has been a public service broadcast announcement by Kej. Kejal Patel. There you go. Priti's male equivalent. Brilliant. Boys, thank you. And if I'm honest, I'm going to run now. We're going to wrap this up because I can I can hear the bath running upstairs, and my 2 kids are out there on their own.
Right.
So
lovely.
I don't know what's going on. I'm going to any minute now. The ceiling's going to collapse, and it's going to be a flood. So I don't know what's going on. So thank you as always. If you want to email us, do drop us a message. Let us know who you are, where you are. hello@thebrownload.com. Great to hear from you. And if you haven't already started following us on social media, go find the Brown Load, Tommy's Brown Load on Twitter and on Instagram. Right. Laters, boys. Have a good one.
Have a good one.